the fake. Williams looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all. It is caught. Bears win it. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs win the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over, and the Cubs have finally won it all. Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmeiro over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
Look away to Livingston. Jordan. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. That's 13 consecutive field goals.
They've waited a long time for this to be at home. Slipped in front and Crawford another block. 5 to go. For the third time in 6 years, the Blackhawks are Stanley Cup champions.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on into the Between the Lines Sports Show here on the Prime Coverage Sports Network. As always, I am your host, Daniel Coletta, alongside with one of my fantastic co-hosts, Mr. Xavier Estrada. And X, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great, dude. It's just a little tired over here, but I'm doing fantastic.
I hear you, man. It's the same way. It's the rain. It's just keeping us a little under the weather, but at the same time, I'm ready to go here for a good show. We got a little bit to talk about here. We got a quick show. We're going to probably make this about a half hour to 40 minutes tops, but we're going to cover a little bit about the Cubs and Sox and their most previous matchups. Obviously, the Cubs winning last night, White Sox falling to Tampa Bay, but we'll talk a little bit about both teams. Excuse me, a little tongue twister there, but we got that, and then we'll dive in a little bit, just talk about the fact that we got a World Cup coming up. So we'll mention a little bit of the teams and what do we think of their jerseys, and then we'll also mention a little bit of the NFL at the end and just overall what we think of some of the happenings in the NFL world as we approach the draft. So let's start things off here and get going here with the biggest thing, and that is overall, we'll start with the Cubs. They had a big matchup yesterday with the Philadelphia Phillies. Obviously, after losing their first game 13-7, they were able to have a bounce back. And, I mean, overall, you would say that the biggest thing is, what would you say? Yesterday's matchup was pretty good. I mean, you had quality hitting out of the Cubs. They got to Aaron Nola, and they got the win 10-4. So that makes them 8-9 now in the season, and they have a huge matchup today. So I ask you, what do the Cubs got to do, X, to get it done? Because they had hot hitting yesterday. They had hitting from all around. Bregman, Swanson, Michael Busch. Carson Kelly had a huge home run. So what do they got to do to get the win today?
I mean, the real question is, when is PCA going to start hitting, right? Got paid this year and his coldest bat for this power play.
Oopsie. I don't know why I did that.
Sound like a little soundbite for a quick second. I was like, nice, dude. Wrong clip, though. But yeah, get some hitting. Obviously, Imiganaga, Shota needs to definitely perform, though. Though he's usually fine. I know he kind of fell off a little bit last year, but I mean, his ERA is 2.81, which is still average. So he's not too bad.
Right. And I mean, at the end of the day, like Shota, we know he's going to come into himself as the season goes on. And I mean, if we just take a look right now, we go to a couple of things that ESPN has. The game today is going to be at 5:40. Both teams are 8-9. I know Schwarber had 2 big home runs in the first game, but Carson Kelly, as I mentioned, just looking at his home run there on the screen, he had a big day yesterday. But you do have Shota against Jesus Luzardo, who has a 6.23 ERA so far to start the season. So maybe that's something the Cubs go after early. And Shota, as we mentioned, he is 0-1, but he has the 2.81 ERA, which is very, very good. So I mention it to you because obviously the Cubs have a lot of work cut out for them because they have a little bit of a gauntlet of a schedule coming up after this Phillies series. You got the Mets for 3. You have the Phillies again for 3 at home. But then you have the Dodgers and the Padres. So this is probably one of, if not the hardest stretches of baseball for them as they start their season at 8-9. But The Dodgers are 13-4 coming up here, and that's actually going to be at the end of the month, and I think that's actually next week. So it should be an interesting matchup. But I think Shota needs to have minimum today. He needs to go at least 6. The problem's been the Cubs bullpen has been their kryptonite, you would think, over the last couple weeks.
I mean, it has. I mean, it was last year and the year before that, the bullpen. But I mean, we're not talking about the Sox yet, but the Sox have a worse bullpen than the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, I mean, obviously the bullpen, Miguel should perform pretty well. I mean, he already has 20 strikeouts so far this year. So, I mean, just get him in, what you said, 6 innings?
I believe that's it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right. And obviously, let's see if he can strike out Kyle Schwarber, because Schwarber has 6 home runs already this year. So,
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I know Schwarber obviously leads the Phillies in home runs with 6, but I mean, he could be dangerous anytime he goes against his former team. So, I mean, right now, as it stands, doesn't look like they have starting lineups for either team yet, Philadelphia or the Cubs. But obviously, yesterday, Colin Ray was dealing on the mound, and you had Aaron Nola, who was dealing on the mound yesterday for Philadelphia. So I'll be interested to see who they put out. I mean, obviously, they usually have a pretty solid lineup with Nico leading off, and then obviously followed by Bregman and Suzuki and that. So we'll be interested to see what happens with those guys. I think the Cubs can get it done today, but it is a very, very daunting task because the Phillies, they could pop out of nowhere even with their 8-9 record. So
I mean, they scored 13 runs the first game.
That's right. I mean, correct. Like it's been high scoring for both these games so far. The Phillies took 13 runs in the first game, and then you look at the second game where the Cubs even had 10 runs. So I mean, the offenses can put up big numbers. It's just a matter of who can get going at the right time. So I'll take the Cubs today. I mean, realistically, it'd be a great game if it was a high scoring game. How does 9-6 sound? Or do you think there's not going to be as much scoring today? Right now, the Phillies are minus 143, and the over-under, the run line is 1.5. The over-under is 9 total runs.
I kind of think I'll play the under with this one, to be honest with you.
It
could be an over. I think Shota's gonna perform well. Jesus is his ERA 6.23, which isn't like the worst, but it's not like the greatest either.
I mean, the season, he is 1-2 to start the season, and he's due for a bounce back. So I'm excited for that game. You guys obviously let us know on all of our socials. You could look on our PSN media on Facebook. You could look on our Instagram and let us know what you think. Who is going to get the job done when it comes down to the Cubs getting it done, because I think the Cubs can get it done. I mean, they have the lineup to do it. And I mean, Nico's been hot recently, and I just think that the lineup's got to come together at the right time. But the batting leaders, to me, kind of hurts when your batting leaders Ian Happ at 226. Like, that's for starting the season, leading 226. Like, that's not what you want as a hitter. But we'll see what happens later on today. I think they can get the job done, and I believe that they can get a good win today. But the Phillies, they could pop out of nowhere. They're a very talented team. So you guys obviously let us know that. But we transition over to our South Side brethren over here, because yesterday's game, not exactly the game you want for a White Sox team that we thought was going to be a middle-of-the-road team. And, I mean, we still have a long way to go in the season. But you tell me what you think at this 6:40 p.m. pitch tonight, because you got Sean Burke throwing tonight against Jesse Schultens for Tampa Bay, and Burke's got a 3.60 ERA to start the year. So I ask you, what do the Sox got to do to win? Because yesterday we had a couple of good home runs out of Pereira with a 3-run homer, and then Mune obviously smashing his homers. So he's got 5 now total on the year, but he's only batting 167. So what do the Sox need to do to get back in the win column and improve to 7-11, hopefully? What do you want to see them do today?
Is it hard to really just say, like, just win the game? No. Obviously you want them to win the game. I mean, pitching is fine. That's the problem with the White Sox. Pitching is fine with 3 to 4 innings, right? And then after 3 to 4 innings, then they start getting a little bit of hits for the other teams, and then they're bringing the bullpen, and then that's where everything kind of falls apart. I mean, it'd be nice if Burke can just hold his own. I mean, his ERA isn't the worst. It's 3.60. So, and then I mean, if we can just get some like small ball going for against Tampa, I mean, I'm not sure if that's what will keep this team up, but I mean, you need to start stringing some runs in because when you have someone like Murakami, his hot bat right now, I mean, you need some runs on the bases in order to get to score, right? So just get some small ball going. I think that'll definitely help this team out.
Yeah, small ball definitely. I mean, you talk about the lineups and you talk about guys that Will Venable wants to put in, and I mean it's so hard to say because the thing with the White Sox, I feel like they totally could have like yesterday. I thought the game was winnable. Like you said, putting together a string of hits, just we're getting guys going and like getting the bats hot. It's just, to me, you look at the last couple of games, other than the Royals series, which the Royals did end up taking. It was actually a split series. I'm surprised, but you look at them this Tampa Bay series after yesterday's 8-5 loss. They won the first, or excuse me, the Rays won the first game 8-5. I'm looking at the Royals game at the end where they got the second win to tie that series. But coming up here today, obviously after Burke, you have a game tomorrow, that game's a 1-10 start. Anthony Kay will be on the mound, and he's got a 2.45 ERA to start. So realistically, you need to have the hot pitching. Now we talk about the bullpen. We say the one weakness has been the Sox bullpen. You think so? You would think it's the biggest thing.
Well, I mean, the hitting has been atrocious. Their defense hasn't been doing well either. But obviously, I think you kind of have to start off with pitching, right? Because pitching is what's going to carry this team in the long run, and then obviously hitting will come along. But definitely, it's the bullpen. The bullpen's not doing so hot.
Let's see what they can do, though, because I mean, again, you're 6-11, and I know the season just started, but at the same time, it's not like the AL Central is completely out there. I mean, Minnesota's 11-7, which Minnesota, I did not see them winning in the regard that they have. But Cleveland's right there at 10-8. Detroit's 8-9. The Sox are 6-11. Kansas City's 7-10. So it's a very catchable division right now. It's just a matter of who can get hot at the right time. I think you're going to need to depend on your hitting a little bit more because, like I said, with Murakami, we know that he swings a lot, but he's also not going to get every single home run, even though he leads the team in home runs right now. So get the bats hot, get the bats going. I mean, just looking at their schedule coming up after this Tampa Bay series, you have the Athletics for 3, the Diamondbacks for 3, the Nationals for 3, and the Angels for 3 to end the month. So again, not saying they're not winnable series, but these are all teams that you can easily take and maybe get 1 or 2 out of 3 games, and you would think.
Just start winning some series, or even tying some series, but just start winning slowly. I honestly think this team's gonna be a slow run. I think they'll start heating them. I feel like and hoping it'll be like around June, maybe even late May, and they're gonna have a nice little run.
Absolutely,
like a nice little heater.
You guys make sure to check that game out. 6:40 p.m. is first pitch for tonight's game against the Rays. Obviously, as we mentioned before, you've got Burke on the mound going against Schultens. Excuse me, I almost messed that up. But Schultens for Tampa Bay.
I would have messed it up too.
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys look on DraftKings right now. The run line is 1.5, and the line for the game is 8.5 runs. Do you think they go over in that game, both teams? Or they go under? Yesterday it was over. It was an 8-5 game yesterday, so
it's gonna. I think with all the rain that's going on right now, I think it's gonna be like slightly humid. So I'm gonna go over. I think I'm gonna play the over with that one.
Who knows? I mean, obviously, mentioning the fact that I'm up here. I mean, the Brewers game I go to tonight, they play the Blue Jays, and obviously indoor. But that, like the rain, oof. I mean, even in Chicago, you'd think there'd be a rain delay today if there's going to be some inclement weather.
I mean, it's supposed to be raining for the next few days. So, I mean, it's going to be like scatter storms throughout the night. So, 60% to 70% at 6 to 7 p.m. So at first pitch, but it's going to be scattered. So it just really
baseball weather though. People come out for that warm weather.
Yeah, but I mean, I would go out for like if it was sunny out, but not if it's freaking raining. Forget that, man.
No, I agree. I don't want to be out there in the rain either. That's one of those things where you try to like make it work, but then like everyone's taking shelter in the concourse, and it just becomes a nightmare. For the Sox, they don't really got to worry about it. Their fans aren't really that many right now, but at the same time, like if you're in Wrigley or something, like yeah, you're gonna have an excess of 20,000-30,000 fans more just chilling in the concourse when it's raining. But you guys, like I said, let us know on all of our social media platforms. Are the Cubs, are the Sox going to be the team, or who right now do you think has more potential coming out of Chicago as the team to be? And what do you think of who wins later on between Tampa and the Sox? And then obviously the Phillies and the Cubs, because those are two very, very interesting matchups. Tampa Bay actually leads out east right now in the AL East. So that you wouldn't expect that with a team competing with the Yankees and the Red Sox and the Orioles. So, but shout out to the Rays. They've had a good start to the season. And we'll be interested to see how the Sox play them tonight, and if they can even up the series with a win tonight. But that'll about do it here for the baseball talk. And let's make a little quick transition here, and let's mention one of the biggest things coming up in the summer, and that is the ever so wonderful World Cup, because it's going to be in the United States. Now I ask you, my friend, I'm going to tell you once. And I'm going to pull this up here just to show you a good picture. But who do you think should be the favorite in the World Cup, even if you're not as big as a World Cup watcher? But I'm going to show you these uniforms because these kits look pretty nice. What do you think of our kits for the World Cup? Got some nice kits here.
Yeah, you got some really nice ones there.
I mean, on the top, even if I just look at the top, I could start naming them for you. From left to right, we got Italy. And then we've got Argentina, followed by, I believe that's Spain in the middle, the red one. And then you've got Germany and Japan. And then going down here, I'm trying to see if I can zoom in on it. I don't know if that green one in the middle, that number 7 is Saudi Arabia. But there's Mexico on the bottom. You've got Portugal. You've got Colombia. I mean, there's a lot of good-looking uniforms on that. And what would you say overall? Well, I ask you, who do you think will win it overall? You got France on there, too, which obviously France is always going to be in the top conversation for one of the best teams. Who do you think wins the World Cup, and what uniform do you think looks the best here?
You got me off guard with that one, man. Who do I think's gonna win it all? I obviously don't think the United States is gonna win it all. Would I like for them to do it? Oh, 100%. I mean, that'd be great, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's
shout out to the United States, but when you're comparing the better of clubs and countries, the United States, the main sport is not soccer. I'm sorry. I know people say, oh, the United States should be good in every sport. Well, the United States should have been good in baseball, and they lost to Venezuela. Everyone thought that with the team that we assembled, Captain Americas of the world, the Aaron Judges, the Kyle Schwarbers, the Bryce Harpers, the Bobby Witts, we lost to Venezuela. Now, do I think that they had some very good bright spots along the way? Absolutely. But this has never been seen as an Americanized sport, you would agree, in soccer.
Oh, definitely. Definitely not.
And now I look at it, I mean, you think about the Frances of the world, the Argentinas. This is the most heavily played sport in the Latin America countries, in Europe, in that kind of part of the world. That is football. That's what we call football. Now, me personally, just looking at this clothesline, I personally really do like Italy's on the top left, because not just because I'm Italian, but I also look at Germany in the top right, the second from the right. I like the mix of colors going from black to red to yellow to white. They blend them really well. I mean, even if I try to, can I zoom in on this a little bit? It looks like it. Colombia's got a really nice one in the middle on the bottom, the yellow. Mexico's always had good colors and how they do theirs. Looks almost kind of like an Illuminati symbol with like the middle of the logo, but I mean, they have good colors. Looks like you got Costa Rica in one of those too. It's like the red one in the left corner, the third one from the left.
Yeah.
But overall, I think the favorite to win should either be a country in Europe. So if it was up to me, I would say the winners or the favorite should be Argentina, France, Brazil, top 3. Realistically.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I know some of these teams. No, no, I do definitely think that you're right with those. I'm gonna ride with your picks, man. I'm not really big into soccer. I mean, when there's the World Cup, I do watch it, but
As we get closer, it'll be a
yeah,
lot more.
exactly. I do obviously I don't think it's gonna be a North America team that wins it. It's definitely gonna be either South America team, Central America, or obviously Europe. You're a European country team.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think the biggest thing, like we look right now, well, how do I say this? The group stage start on 6/11. So that's
June.
June 11th. And so to start, the first matchup is going to be Mexico and South Africa. Then you have South Korea and the Czech Republic. Followed by that Friday, you're going to have Canada versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then the United States plays Paraguay.
I know you don't have like all the kits up there, but man, there's some like really solid kits out there.
Right. No, I mean, you look at just some of the colorways so far on these teams. I mean, just the ones that are hanging up on this clothesline here. Like Adidas does a good job every year with trying to make a new kit, just overall for all the teams. And I like how they did it and attacked it for this year's World Cup. And obviously, we'll see what they look like when they get the product on the field. But there's a lot to look forward to, and there's a lot to keep in mind as we keep going with these numbers of teams that are going to be in this Conference Cup.
Did you by any chance see the United States ones?
The United States kits. It's a great question. I'm going to see if I can look at them.
It's like
I don't know why they're not on there.
Yeah, I mean the photo you have doesn't have all of them, but the USA one is like it's like the flag, so it's like the stripe, red and white stripes.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I think it's pretty slick.
I'm
it looks like it's waving.
A picture through the live screen if you can. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It doesn't. I mean, I feel like for as patriotic as a country as we are, we could do maybe a little bit better. I do like the flag. I like that a lot, but I feel like we could do a little better just compared to some of these other uniforms that I'm seeing on the screen.
I do think it's better than last times. I think these are actually pretty dang nice. I've always liked the kind of red and white stripes. I think it's kind of like interesting. I mean, it looks like it's a waving flag, so I mean, how can you kind of like go against that? But
it's meaningful. It's definitely meaningful in itself.
Exactly. I think this is this a Japan one? I mean, it's like pink and is
Japan's no. So if you look at the clothesline, the top row on the right, that blue one is Japan's.
That's Japan's.
Yes.
Okay.
Which I was surprised initially, but when I zoomed in on the logo at first, I couldn't believe it. That is Japan's logo on the top right, that blue and white one with the number 10 on it.
Okay. Mexico's is nice. I like
Mexico. Yeah, got the bottom one there with the green.
It's like Aztec, looking. I
mean, like I said, it looks like the Illuminati almost. It literally looks like the Illuminati.
Well, it's supposed to be like the Aztec calendar. That's what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, no, I don't know if the one on the bottom right, that red one on the bottom right, I can't tell what logo.
That's like a Slavic country, man.
That's what I thought that was, but it looks like it could be honestly Wales. Wales has like a logo that looks like that. That's why I didn't know.
Oh, okay, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like if you look at the country of Wales, because obviously Wales is located right next to England, that looks like it could be their logo. I could be completely wrong though. The only ones I know for sure on the bottom are the left one, that red one, the third one from the left is Costa Rica. The one in the middle, the yellow one's Colombia, and then the one right next to Colombia is Mexico. But I'm not sure on the rest. I want to say that yellow one on the right side is Portugal, but I don't think so. I don't know. Like it's so hard to tell.
Did you see Canada's kit?
Canada.
It looks almost like their it almost looks like their Olympic kit where it's black. I guess Canada's just changing it up now. They're trying to use black. I mean, it's kind of sick.
I'm gonna look right now. Let's take a look. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, and I actually shout out Canada. Shout out Canada. I mean, as much as we like have a hated rivalry with them because of the whole Olympic stuff with hockey, I gotta give credit because I like the Canadians. The Canadians are like truly deep down one of our dearest friends, and they know how to make good colorways. And I mean, I'm going to see them Brewers play the Blue Jays tonight. So again, it's not like they have horrible people. Like there can be some great great things about Canada, and their uniforms are one of them. I give them a full shout on that.
And don't forget about Drake, man.
Oh, Drake. I love Drake.
Korea has some nice uniforms. I like it. It's like purple. Switzerland has nice. There was one I kind of want to see what it is. But it's not Japan. You said so. I'm gonna.
No, I mean, yeah, I totally looked at it. Japan is up there on the top right. That's Germany. The middle one's Spain. Then it's followed by Argentina and Italy. So I mean, again, you guys just taking a look at this photo. What uniform do you think looks the best? I mean, me personally, right now, I think Germany's look probably the best on the top right there, the second. But there's a lot to love about that. I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. I think actually someone's got a vacuum on. I don't know who, though. But it might be very, very distant, or I don't know. It sounds like they're vacuuming right now. But you guys let us know, obviously, what you think with the entire time this World Cup's coming up. And these uniforms look pretty sick. I do think it is a pretty cool-looking uniform. So you guys obviously let us know what you think in terms of the World Cup and what it comes down to. But now, lastly, we have a little bit of NFL talk. Obviously, we mentioned last week and over the last course of this couple weeks, the Bears have to make their decision coming up here pretty soon where they go. But we got some new uniforms coming into the game. And we got the overall. Take a look at this as I get our pictures out of the screen. The Washington Commanders have added a spear to their alternate helmets. What do we think of these? Do we think these are pretty cool, or?
It's definitely different. I don't mind it. I mean, I think it actually it kind of gives a little bit more character. I will say they need to kind of figure out what they're doing though, because it's like it seems like they're still trying to figure out their identity. And if they're gonna, I mean, was it rumors where they were gonna change their name like a year ago or 2 years ago? So are they sticking with the Commanders now? Or are they just gonna stick with the W on the side of their helmet?
My guess would be. Oh, excuse me, I had to move this up a little bit. But my guess would be the Commanders have. I mean, they have had their logo now for, I believe, what is it, a better part of 4 or 5 years. I mean, I know that President Trump was talking about, we need to bring back the Redskins and like the Native American symbolic and all that. But at the same time, I don't think it's horrible. I think that there's definitely room to grow with like a team like that, with maybe changing their name. But right now, I just feel like for where we are as a team, or from their standpoint, I'm saying as a team, I think they like the Commanders logo. I think that there's nothing they can really do to change it. Let me see the other picture here. It's kind of hard to see because of how cropped in this photo is, but like you could definitely tell that their logo, look at that. You could see it on the right picture there. Like they have the spear and the dark black logos. Like it's not a bad logo. I don't think it's a bad change to their uniforms at all. Like,
is it just the alternate that's gonna have the spear?
I'm guessing it's their alternate. Let me see. Let's see. I'm gonna read this article here from The Athletic. The Commanders will use the gold pants they reintroduced in 2024 after a 6-year hiatus and will keep them in rotation. The team's black alternate uniforms, dubbed the Hail Razor, features the burgundy block lettering and numbers with the gold trim and a low-gloss black helmet, with a matte-like finish featuring the burgundy and gold stripes. On each side is a burgundy W with a gold spear woven across its middle. So, from what you just said, yes, it does look like that will be their alternate only. It looks pretty cool to me, though. Like, I mean, it's not a bad logo. I think it's a great logo for them to add. But as a commander, I don't know if, like when has a commander ever... Have you ever heard of a commander who's holding a spear or had a spear?
No.
That's my only question mark. That'd be my only question mark.
No, I have not.
I have not either. I definitely think it's a question mark in itself to have that. But again, I mean, I'll give them an A for creativity because obviously some people in the NFL world know how to make an interesting uniform. The Commanders certainly do that. I mean, I just like looking at the helmet, though, because, like, again, with that helmet, it definitely has the colorway's nice to go along with the spear. I agree with that. It almost looks like it could be a Florida State helmet in a sense with the spear, but I'm not one to complain. I like seeing.
I think it's different. I mean, I don't mind it. I think it looks good. I just think it's like figure out your identity. I think
right. Everybody starts somewhere, and I mean,
exactly.
The Commanders have something going for them, so I'm not complaining. But it's definitely. I'll be interested to see if we see that for a number of games that they play this year. And a quick mention, obviously, too, before we wrap things up, I ask you, what is the main thing that I'm going to tell you, X? Like, mentioning it really quick, just touching on it, what was, you would tell me, your top 2 moments last year for the Bears? Because obviously they had a fantastic record. What would they finish 11-6 on the season? So, and obviously they made the divisional round before losing to the LA Rams. What would you say overall was your favorite part of last season? Now, we had a lot of comeback wins last season watching as Bears fans. But overall, what would you say was your favorite?
I mean, as a Bears fan, I think we're just kind of biased with this pick, but I think obviously we got to pick. I feel like you're gonna pick the same one, so it really doesn't matter. I feel like I'm gonna pick beating the Packers both times.
Oh
at
my
home.
God. Yeah, I mean, listen, you couldn't pay me to pick another one because the first Packer game, I thought they had a comeback in them in that game too. Now, unfortunate throw on 4th down, Keyshawn Nixon intercepting the ball in the end zone to lose that one in Lambeau, that one hurt. But then to come back in the second game, even after injuring Jordan Love, and then the cherry on top, sending them home in the playoffs after being down 21-3, what more could you ask for? That was one of the best. I think all of Chicago would say they were happy at that moment. You would think.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there was some games there that they should have won. I feel they should have won that last game actually, but spilled milk, I guess. But no,
Right. I mean, unfortunately, like you go into overtime. Caleb made a great look. I mean, we talk about who's now gone. DJ Moore not going 100% on the crossing route that got intercepted, which ultimately did cost them that game. But there's a lot to look forward to this year. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not looking forward to the fact that we lost a lot of key guys on defense. Like, obviously, Brisker going to Pittsburgh hurt. And then Wright going to New York hurts and losing Byard, who was a key guy out there in the cornerback position. But at the same time, I think they needed that change because what was our defense? I believe our defense was 29th in the entire league.
No, I mean, people always speak about all these people that are leaving or players, and the fact is, I mean, your defense was horrendous. I mean, yeah, they got turnovers, but I mean, like there was like Swiss cheese out there. I mean,
right.
You know,
so
I get
they needed a change.
Yeah, I get the bend don't break, but I mean, like, can we get some wins where you don't have to rely on your offense this whole time?
I was looking forward to the offseason because I thought all the attention was going to turn to being one of the favorites. Max Crosby, you come to Chicago and all that. Now, obviously, he went to Baltimore. That deal ended up going and getting voided because of his physical. But you're looking forward to like guys like Trey Hendrickson. You thought maybe would be in a Bears uniform. Now you go out, you make a couple of good acquisitions. You go get a guy like Kobe Bryant who just won in Seattle, and he's a great cornerback. And you try to add on to what you may have. I mean, you lose Edmonds, you get TJ Edwards back after his injury. There's a lot to look forward to, and I think Ben Johnson is due to have a good second year, and Caleb Williams is bound to have his third year? This will be his third year now?
Yeah.
So
fourth, right?
Fourth. No, is it third or fourth?
No, it's third. No, it's his third year.
It's his third year. That's what I thought. Because I was going to say, I know his rookie year obviously was like all the talk was that, he's a bust, this and that. I didn't want to hear it from anybody. But we're due to have an excellent year of Bears football. We'll talk a little bit more about it on the show next week. But that'll about wrap it up. I mean, obviously, you guys let us know what your favorite Bears moments were of the previous season. I mean, to me, I don't know how anyone can sit here and say that beating the Packers as a Bears fan isn't your number one.
No, it's fantastic.
Especially after saying, these guys own us, and now there's a new era of football coming into Chicago, and Ben Johnson wants to rewrite a script. So you guys obviously let us know, though, if there are any other standout moments, from any of the comeback wins. I know there was a bunch of them last year, but let's see if they can build on it this year. That's all we can hope for, right? Bears football is what we look forward to every single year, and it'd be interested to see who they go out and get in the draft, but I'm excited, as should you and everyone else in Chicago should be. But that'll about wrap it up here for the Between the Lines Sports Show here on the Prime Coverage Sports Network. X, as always, another fabulous show here. Even though it was a little shorter, still made it count.
But I think next week hopefully we'll have a little bit more to talk about.
Right.
Sox Cubs start, getting a little bit hotter. That'd be nice. Help us out a little bit more.
And there's a lot to look forward to. I know the season's obviously still very young, but what can they build on? What can they add to?
And obviously next week maybe we're talking Blackhawks and Bulls. What's next, right?
Right. The Bulls, obviously you mentioned them. really not much to mention. I mean, the regular season's over for them, and I mean, we're into the play-in part, so we can mention that a little bit. But, I mean, huge offseason coming for the Bulls, and we'll see what they do. So that'll about wrap it up here, everybody. And from everyone watching and for everyone on the Prime Coverage Sports Network with my lovely co-host Xavier Strada, I am Daniel Coletta, and we will see you guys all right here next week.